Morning everyone. So when I woke up, I was watching this one video. It was basically a news clip that's been going viral on the internet, and the news clip is surrounded with the idea of autism. Of course, many studies have shown that there's been an increase in the amount of autistic people in the world, and there was a person talking about it and talking about how worried they are for the world because, quote unquote, autistic people can't be able to hold a job, can't be able to pay taxes, can't be able to write poems, live their life, or even find a loved one to one day marry. And the guy was just going on about how autistic individuals can't live their life normally like other people. And watching the video, I had all the right to be upset, but I was just thinking, what was going through that person's head when he was, stating all those facts? Of course, I could clearly see that the individual didn't really know too much of what he was talking about. Probably I'm wrong, I'm not really too sure, but the point is, I want to make this video to talk a little bit more about autism and why I think it isn't as much of a problem as people may think it will be. And with autism, it's a spectrum. It's something that's still new, and not really new, but something that has been recently discovered, and people are still trying to get research done on it to understand what autism truly is and what it means for the world. And the thing is, there has been scientific proof that autism is old. It's been around for a very long time. There have been many, individuals that were autistic and many people that were, on the spectrum that made great accomplishments. And many people may think that autism has its limitations. Of course, it does, but often those limitations do sometimes get better over time for one reason. Autistic people are consciously aware. Like everyone else, we can still think, we can still understand our own mental capacity, and we can still understand that we are thinking creatures. So, of course, many high-functioning autistic people can face their issues and be able to handle them, or be able to have a better control or sense on how they deal with it over time. And I know many people can be worried about how there's an increase of autistic people, but the truth is, that's not true. There have been as many autistic people as there have been in the past. And if autism was truly a problem, then we wouldn't have made all the great accomplishments that we have done to this day. We have many technologies, we have hospitals, we have so many great inventions made by all sorts of people with all sorts of backgrounds, and who knows, many of them may have also been autistic, and that has been an issue to this very moment for one reason. People do not understand what autism is, and people do not have an idea on how to deal with it because it's something new. Anything that's new can be scary to individuals. It's the same for autistic people. Autistic people are like everyone else, but are much more hypersensitive. That's the biggest thing that autistic people are, hypersensitive. And autism isn't particularly new. If autism was going to be a problem, then we would have seen problems arise in the world. But it can be scary not knowing the unknown. But just know, autistic individuals will not become a problem. The only problem is, autistic people aren't being supported, and that is the biggest problem that we are facing to this day. Of course, some autistic people, yes, still have jobs. Some autistic people do need care, but we can still live normal lives, and we can still seek everything we want in our day-to-day lives. We can still live a good life. The only problem is we need the resources to live said good life.